Hey, welcome to another episode of Trailside Dukes. We got some good stuff today, Tony. What are we going to talk about, do you think?
We're going to talk about the 3 F's, Corey, and then integrate everything that we do in the 3 F's of Montana. Do you remember what they are?
Fishing, football, and firearms.
Correct. And I'm going to kind of highlight the firearms because I think, we got Thanksgiving break coming up. I got a little time to organize, and I'm trying to get that paintball gun. So we got to get that on
primed
video.
And ready to go.
We got to get that video. And I think the survey said 5 feet.
There was no survey.
5 feet away, we'll just put a big target on your chest and just hammer away.
Just go for it?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, we do have a podcast poll out there right now.
Yes.
And it has to do with our question from last week, which was the question of the week, one of our newer segments, where it was how many geese could you take in a cage fight?
Right. You got geese coming at you. They're mad. And it's either you or the geese. Is a bird going to kill you? And what did you say you would fend off?
I ended at 6.
Wow.
6. I think I said 50.
You said 50.
Right. The bird's not going to get me, dude.
They're big. They have like a 6-foot wingspan.
It's a bird.
It's mad.
Yeah. Well,
So
Okay.
So you guys can get on there, check out the podcast poll. You have some selections there.
how do they get to it?
They just look in the description of the episode, and it's right there of last week's episode 13.
Give us some of your input. How many could you fight off in a cage match?
Right.
Why
So,
not? Okay.
I can do 6. You can do 50. So there you go.
Yeah, that's your new number, I think, on any sports thing.
6?
6.
It's never been my number
How
for
many
sports.
How many
Never.
geese can you fend off?
Hey, that's kind of a good question. What was your number? Like did you have a football number when you were growing up? Or
High
something?
school, I was in love with 7. When I went back and played junior football, which is like JC equivalent to American, I was always number 7. But when I went to Idaho State, they gave me number 10, and I hated 10.
So why did you like 7 and why did you hate 10?
I don't know. 7 was, I wasn't a huge Elway fan.
Ooh, I had a feeling.
But he was a big 7. There were a lot of 7s in the NFL.
Right.
And I don't know. I just thought lucky number 7. Let's roll with it.
Okay. And then what about 10?
I hated 10.
Just because it wasn't 7?
It just seemed like a boring number. There weren't any real popular quarterbacks wearing number 10 at that time. There are now.
Are there?
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even think of a 10.
I think isn't Herbert 10? You got the quarterback for the Jets 10. There's a few 10s out there. Yep.
Yeah, like I said, Jets quarterback. Don't know him.
Do they wear numbers?
Actually, I do know him. I just don't want to.
Right.
And a lot of people
so
don't.
So many Jets fans. They were looking for Aaron Rodgers. He was a 12, but he switched numbers to number 8, his college number. Which is kind of fun.
From Cal.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That was fun. Of course, didn't treat him too well this year, but whatever.
Cool. Well,
what was your number in tennis?
Tennis, we don't have numbers.
They don't have numbers in tennis?
No, you have there's kind of like you play in a certain spot, but there's no
reason for having a number
you don't
on your
need
back?
a number. No.
What about pickleball?
Pickleball,
No numbers?
No numbers. No.
Most sports you have a number.
I had soccer and basketball. I mean, basketball I was 2 for most of the time. Just a number I always kind of stuck with. Used to watch player at the high school when I was growing up, and I liked his style of play, and
Okay.
so I liked his number. I picked that number, and that's
What
what
was
I
that?
wore. Number 2.
Number 2.
Yep. And
Doug
then,
Flutie. Well, he was 22 in college, but I think he had 2 for a few teams in the NFL.
Okay.
Fun.
Soccer was 9 when I was younger, and then 18 when I was in high school and playing.
You were Jim McMahon and Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. So
Fun.
those were them. Yep. And I think I had 00 for a little bit in soccer too.
You can wear 0s now.
Yeah.
College, NFL, they're wearing 0. It's
Yep.
kind of a funny number.
Yeah. So those were mine.
Yeah.
Hey, how about we talk? I got some Canada action for you today.
Dude, Captain Canada is right here. He's ready for it.
Who is Captain Canada? I don't even.
He's a Marvel superhero.
I've never heard of this guy.
He's part of the X-Men. They got their own Canadian superheroes that are
X-Men?
just X-Men.
Have a Canadian on the team?
Yeah, Wolverine is a Canadian X-Men.
Yeah.
He's
but
part
he doesn't
of this
have
team.
like this guy.
They're
Is this like a
Alpha.
part of a Canadian flag on his outfit?
Yeah, they're part of the Alpha team. They protect Canada.
I have no idea.
So does the U.S., but, you got to have your own superheroes. We do have, like, one battleship on one coast and one battleship on the other.
What?
And we got to protect our breweries.
Okay, I'll allow it then. If it protects the beer.
You got to protect the Labatt's, the Molson.
Right.
Somebody's got to watch out for that stuff.
Kokanese, yeah?
Yeah.
Eh?
That's right.
Okay. Well, the ladies' Canadian tennis team was almost like the X-Men because they defeated Italy in the Billie Jean King Cup.
Nice.
So, and this is like the largest women's tennis event for a team tennis event, outside of their regular tour that they do. So it's kind of like the men and Davis Cup. Remember, the Canadians won the Davis Cup not too long ago.
Right.
We talked about that during one of our episodes. We looked at the big, huge Davis Cup.
Right.
Remember the trophy?
It's huge. It's like a fountain in Vegas or something you climb into.
Yes, it's huge. And so the ladies following up the men, and how about a year for them, huh?
Go Canada.
Go
Watch
Canada.
out. They
Canadian tennis.
They've got backhand, forearm. They can serve.
Forearms.
Yeah. Is that the right
Forehands?
term? Forehand. Forearms. Whatever. They can forearm it.
They have forearms and back hair. And
Yes. Are you making fun of Canadian women?
No, just the way you talk about them.
Okay. My sister does have a beard.
Well, you're growing one too,
Yeah.
huh?
No Shave
Is
November.
this because Terry said something last week?
No, she and I do a competition for No Shave November. She was the bearded lady in the circus.
What?
So she's it's just her genetics. I mean, it's my sister, dude.
It's not her fault.
No, but
Okay.
she's good with it. She rolls with it, does kind of like her own little bearded thing, and yeah, I talk to kids about it, and we show the beard and stuff like that. It's kind of a fun comparison. She's beating me right now. Hers is a little bit more full.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in other Canadian news,
Yes.
we have the CFL.
Yes.
Right? Yes, we have the Grey Cup coming. This is like the championship for
It's the Canadian
football.
Super Bowl. It's the Montreal Alouettes versus the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. They've never met in the Grey Cup before, which is
Really?
kind of interesting because you got like 8 teams. I mean, at one time they did expand to the U.S., but first time they've ever faced off in the big one. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of football fans, not just CFL fans, that enjoy watching that game. If you get a chance to find it, watch it because you're seeing like a different brand of football, 3 downs. It's more airing it out. They do run, a little. They mix it up, but wider field, 20-yard end zones.
Wow.
4 guys in motion running towards the line of scrimmage at the snap of the ball.
Wow.
It's wide open, and it's an entertaining brand of football. Go Blue Bombers. That's the West
You
team.
like the Winnipeg?
We're cheering for Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Yep.
Blue Bombers?
Blue Bombers. Yep.
Okay. I had a buddy that played in the CFL for a little bit, and he told me in the locker room there's actually like this area for beer, like keg, and you go and fill up your cup and whenever you want, kind of thing, halftime, whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. I don't know.
It's kind of an important part of their culture, eh?
I guess so. I mean, I would expect it like in the probably like the hockey arenas and stuff like that. But
well, let me show you something real quick.
Okay, what do you got?
This is Canadian culture right here.
Here we go.
So,
Oh,
you know these guys?
so behind the camera, Perk always goes to this. There's a shelf behind the
like
camera here
We got Bob
with
and
all sorts
Bob
of things.
and his brother Doug McKenzie. Right? These guys are Canadian icons. Oh, Bob's already.
They're a little dusty, man.
Yep. Well, they're up
Wow.
behind there, on a shelf and stuff. We got to get Bob and Doug in there with Captain Canada.
Wow,
Settle down,
all the
Bob.
Canadian friends.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably what he looks like most of the time. About
probably-
half canked
Hang out
over
with your
there.
brother there, Bob.
Okay.
Dude, famous SCTV, Bob and Doug, they're legends.
Maybe I've heard of them, but I don't recall.
To the Great White North. You've never heard their Canadian version of 12 Days of Christmas?
Yes, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
We'll have to play a segment of that, right? Maybe throw it always on ends with Thanksgiving, Christmas goes into that. That could be fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I think that's actually good, right? The holidays are coming up, like you were saying. Get those guys out because you'll probably hear them during this holiday season. Oh, right?
For sure.
We've got Turkey Day right around the corner here.
Yep.
Well, speaking of corner, maybe it's time to go on to a Carroll corner.
Yep, let's go ahead and do it, although it's hard. So, Carroll College, the Fighting Saints, played Montana Tech at home last Saturday. It was a battle, and Tech came out on top. And, if you look at some of the statistics, statistic-wise, offensively, Carroll had them, other than time of possession. And they had their regular running back, Montana Tech, get hurt. So they had the X factor, and they threw this. Oh, really? This big kid, 6'2", 220 pounds, and he was a rumbler.
Oh, the running back guy.
Yep, he was
they
good.
ground and pounded with that guy. I mean, he was hard to take down.
Yeah, kudos to Tech. You know what I mean? But we battled. As we go through, it's
good first half, right?
Great first half. Yep.
Battling.
Yep. First half, we did get a field goal blocked. We left a few points on the board, and Tech kind of bounced out. The final was 23-17. Carroll probably left 10 points out there on a blocked field goal, an interception in the end zone that, hits our guy, bounces, they catch it in the end zone. It was a battle, and Carroll has nothing to hang their head about. They had a great season.
Yeah.
If 2 years ago, Jack's freshman year, they expanded the playoffs. So first place, the Frontier League ended up Western. Western just did a great job finishing strong in the year. C of I would have been in there, but they lost their last game to Southern Oregon. So they end up second, Montana Tech third, and then us behind them.
Okay.
3 teams made it in. Western gets a bye. College of Idaho gets a bye. Montana Tech's playing this Saturday at home. Good for all those 3 teams.
Good for, the Frontier Conference, right?
We won the conference last year. They only got 1 in the playoffs. They got 3 this year. It just didn't bounce our way. If this playoff structure would have been like 2 years ago, Jack's freshman year, they're in. But, it came down to just closing out, and they didn't get the job done, and it is what it is. But, Saints fans, we've got high hopes for next year. We'll get a little bit more in depth as we go a little further into the year, looking ahead, doing some things. But, now we're moving on to basketball season. I'm looking forward to talking about Saints basketball, men's and women's team. They're highly ranked.
Awesome.
They did beat your son's team.
Oh, well, Embry-Riddle.
Yeah. Yep, they had a good trip out in Arizona. And I don't think I'm ready to start breaking down the details into basketball. Yes, I'm still mourning football, but we're going to start hitting basketball hard and heavy and talking about those teams, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Super fun.
Awesome. Well, I know it's sad to end the football section of Carroll Corner. It's a big one for you, but
it's not over.
Like you said, next year, I'm just impressed with how tight the conference is up near the top, right?
It's a competitive conference.
You think, College of Idaho, you would expect them to kind of win that game, but like you said, when you guys played them, Southern Oregon is a tough team, right? And they're
tough team.
You just never know. Like any of the teams can be tough, and the good teams, those games come down to maybe 1 or 2 possessions, and a difference in score. And so there's a lot of good teams in there.
Yep.
So, nothing to be ashamed of at all. No. I think that was a great season. It was fun listening to the kids, and, you had some interaction with them, some good interviews, and they were always pumped and excited, and I like that team. I mean, I don't know a lot of those guys personally, but you could just tell that they were having a good time.
Oh, you're going to get to meet them, Corey.
Okay.
For sure.
Let's do it.
Hey, closing out the Carroll Corner,
Yes.
don't forget about the Tricia McCullough fundraiser, December 16th. Jeez, we're not that far away. You know
It's
what I mean?
a month away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time is flying. So that is at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds in Coeur d'Alene. Get your tickets. A raffle for one of the Fs. We got some firearms.
Firearms, baby.
Yep. Black Sheep is a big supporter for that fundraiser. And we're just rooting on Trisha's during her rehab and recovery and whatever we can do to help out.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yep. Okay.
Well, we could go on to I'm Mad before the question of the week, or should we save I'm Mad till the end? I'll let you pick.
Let's save it till the end.
Okay. Well,
Let's savor it at the end with being mad.
Okay, I like that. All right, we'll go out with a bang.
Why not?
So let's do question of the week.
Okay, let's do it. So, Corey,
Tony.
growing up as a kid, right?
Yes.
You think of like nostalgia, and you think about like the toys that you cherished, a toy or two that like really meant a lot to you, either as elementary age, middle school age, whatever, what's ones that you look on with like fondness of being a kid, and that was your toy?
Dang. That's a good question. I loved my toys.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I loved my toys. All of them were pretty special.
You still have a few?
I do have some of them.
You do?
I
Okay.
still have some of them in the garage,
Which
actually.
are the ones?
So, I mean, I think you go through phases as a kid, right? When you're a youngster.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like
I know.
4 years old playing
This is
with
so hard.
I know you were big into Barney.
He wasn't even around then.
Oh, okay.
Let's
Elmo?
see. I seem to remember. Okay, so here's one. I think it was around my 6th or 7th birthday. I got this action figure guy that was like a ninja that had like some weapons. Ninja's the wrong word. He was a karate guy, basically, and that was it. He maybe had a little thing like with.
Was this G.I. Joe? You talking about Snake
but
Eyes?
like if you like,
Snake Eyes.
sometimes with the action figures back then, you could like squeeze their legs together and they'd like swivel.
Oh,
like
yeah.
there would be like a rubber band inside, and you'd squeeze the
Yeah.
legs and they'd swivel or they'd chop or
You
do
had
something.
that guy.
So I just remember that guy for some reason. That seemed to be a cool
Wasn't
toy
Chuck
I
Norris?
liked. No, he's
Chuck
bigger
Norris
than Dan
doll?
Marino down here. He was a little bit
Just a
bigger.
karate
And
guy.
he had no name. It
Yeah.
was just a generic looking dude. And
Yep.
I seemed to really enjoy that guy. I remember that one.
Yeah.
And then can I pick another
You
one?
still have- is
after
that in the garage
no,
right now?
it's not.
You
I
lost
have
him, dang
Ninja Turtles were a big one
Oh,
for
yeah.
us back then. So
Ninja.
the first
Leonardo.
the first Ninja
action
Turtles, yeah. And so
Fun.
they seem to come around every year, kind of thing. But as I got a little bit older, it was definitely like a Walkman, with the cassettes. I loved listening to music, and I listened to music all the
If
time.
you had a functioning Walkman and some cassettes, would you walk around with one right now?
I did all the way up
kinda cool.
through high school. My
For
senior
sure.
year, I was still listening to. I would have a cassette player going on. I shouldn't say this, but it was during class, like math class. I would have like Black Sabbath playing. I'd have the cord coming up through my shirt, and then I'd have the earbud in. Because, everything was wired, right?
Dude, we didn't have earbuds when I was a kid. We had those
You had
old
the
school
big muffs?
Yeah, you couldn't get away with that.
So that was I loved the Walkman. And then when CDs came out, you had to get the CD player and anti-skip and try to have it situated in your car with the tape deck thing connected. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, so those were some big ones for me. What
Yeah.
about you?
So the big one I would say from 3rd, 4th, 5th grade were the handheld games.
Oh, the video
I
games.
had electronic quarterback, dude. I could car trip or in bed just be playing, and it was like a red dot when you threw the. You had 2 running backs as a dot, and then the 2 blockers. The 1 dot was either running back or quarterback, and you just hit your buttons. and as they hit into defense, then your blocker would disappear.
And you'd have to move through and not get tackled, right?
Boop, 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 boop. Or if you threw a pass, right, it would just show this little red dot blinking to try and hit your receiver. But that was the game. Those were the days, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, that right around there is when Atari started coming out.
Okay.
Atari video game. I got in 6th grade, saved up for it. Got that. So, like, those things were, you know what I mean? Like, if there was an Atari game hooked up to a TV down here, it would be hard not to just go back to being that kid at that time.
Right.
And, even though the graphics are terrible, super fun to play that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They started reselling them, I noticed. I should go out to, like, Target and buy one of those games just to relive that fun stuff.
I guess you could. I mean, you're going to have to put a cap on it because, I mean, I could see you, like, not going to work and just kind of honing in and sitting there for, like, 2 weeks after Christmas.
Oh, why not? Why not? Super fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think that was a great question. I mean, as we get into the holiday season, but
right.
Speaking of holiday season,
all right, all you kids, hook up your old man with some old handheld games. Why not?
Yeah.
Fun.
I used to have the baseball one.
Yeah,
where I had beep, 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 and you'd hit it and then go single or double or home run and then bam.
I had the baseball Coleco.
Yeah. So
awesome. Super fun. Okay.
So what I was saying is if you need to still do some Christmas shopping, you can go to the Trailside Dukes website. It's in the description, and there's a couple of links there, and you can go on and get some Trailside Dukes swag or some merch for you or for other people. There's little things for the stockings and big things for under the tree, Tony.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
You're the Dukes crew.
Yep, I just got my mountain biking jersey.
Dude, I am
the
jealous.
Other day.
I am jealous. I am gonna figure it out. I know I told you I had some issues. Well, it's not like my credit card got canceled.
He has a lot of issues.
I got issues, but
it was canceled.
I'm gonna get some fun Christmas shopping done through the Dukes Crew website. Some fun stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we go on to I'm Mad?
I'm mad.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
So, do you want to go to the emails first, or do you have something that you're mad about that you want to jump in front of?
No, let me go to the email. So,
okay.
We got one.
I think we got one from Josh Allen this week.
From the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Hey, Dukes crew. Love your show. I'm mad. My team's supposed to be really good this year, and we're right now like 5-5. That's unbelievable for the Bills. And
right.
All the Bills fans are the people that picked Josh Allen for,
president.
Yep. And so going on with his email, he's like, I'm mad. We should have had this last game. We had 12 men on the field. They missed the field goal.
Yeah.
Penalty, redo it. They score the field goal. I'm mad. Okay. Well,
his offensive coordinator got fired too, and it's not his fault that there were 12 guys on the field.
No, but you know what? When you look at
there's different things. That was just joking. But.
Josh is having a lot of turnovers. He's fumbling, throwing interceptions. So I think he's got a part to play on this. So
he's probably listening to you right now. So
he's a superstar.
Just tell him
he's a superstar. Everybody knows it. With not having success, that blame is going to fall to somebody, and a lot of times it goes to the offense. I mean, look at the Cowboys. They've done it like every other year. Let's fire the offensive coordinator. Let's fire the head coach.
Yeah.
They love Dak Prescott, whatever. But, yeah, that OC got the blame, and they'll see if they can kind of turn things around. That is a tough division, especially with your Dolphins getting so much better.
I hope the turnovers continue when they play the Dolphins.
For sure.
So
Why
I'm
wouldn't
okay
you?
with that.
Go Dolphins.
Yeah.
That division, like now you look at like the Patriots aren't good. I think the Bills are still going to be dangerous. The games they've lost have been really close.
Yes.
They've got a good shot at coming back and whatever. But good for the Dolphins.
Well, I don't have any encouraging words for you, Josh. I'm sorry. It's tough to root for you, but You know what? Maybe you'll get a singing girlfriend like some of the other football guys. I know you don't have one of those, so maybe that's one of the underlying issues.
You think he's kind of jealous of Kelsey?
Probably.
He needs.
I think that's probably on his mind. That's why he has all these picks and stuff like that.
Right.
Maybe he needs one of those kind of gals to make him feel better. Or something.
Well, I know Rogers he was going out with Danica Patrick for a long time. You know what I mean? And he was winning some ball games, but now I don't know what he's doing now. He's hurt, so he's probably not.
He's doing all sorts of weird stuff to recover.
He's going to hide in a cave for a while, right? But yeah, too bad, so sad. You're basically telling him, too bad, so sad. You're a Dolphins fan. And
just like you. I was just going to say that, and then that's one of your things. Too bad, so sad. Sorry, Josh. But not.
Okay.
All right, I like that one.
Yep.
Good. Josh, I hope this isn't the first time you have to write in, but I appreciate you doing so.
Okay.
You got anything you're mad about?
No,
Really?
Nope. I mean, I could be mad about the Carroll game or this and that, but I don't want to be sour grapes.
Okay. You have something you're happy about?
Yeah.
Ooh, you want to? Well, it's not really the segment, but go ahead. What are you happy about?
I'm happy. We're heading into Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Our buddy Nick, he's always told me this is his favorite holiday because it's simple. You don't have to get presents. You know what I mean? You get the family together, you eat a lot, you hang out, you watch sports, football.
Yeah.
It is kind of a cool
fun
thing to look forward to because it's simple. Let's get the family together, let's eat, let's joke around, let's watch some football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm happy. Thanksgiving's coming up, and then
I like it.
Christmas is right around the corner.
Well, maybe after we get done here, we can just share maybe a thing or two we're thankful for before we sign off.
Oh, okay.
How do you like that? That'd be a good send-off for this Thanksgiving season, right?
Yeah, you're a sentimental
But before that, we can talk about what I'm mad about.
I want to hear it.
I am mad about I'm mad about the windstorm we had the other day.
Yeah, I wasn't here. We were in Montana.
And the reason I'm mad is because my back hurts right now because I've been raking all afternoon.
I thought you were going to say that you were the guy in Forrest Gump that was in the storm raging against
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
I kind of was that way with my rake. I was like, I hate raking, and nobody was around to hear it.
You should have borrowed Nick's. You should have borrowed Nick's weed whacker.
What good would that do?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
So yeah, spent the lunch break raking, and I got to go play pickleball tonight, and my back is killing me, and it should not be hurting. Maybe I should say I'm really mad that I'm getting older. Things
so you're
just
going
hurt
to play
now.
Pickleball after
Pickleball
this.
right after this.
Your back sore. You're going to just grind it out.
Tough it out, man.
Tough it out.
You know, the leaves get picked up by the city, so everybody leaves their leaves right out there off the curb. Yeah, so that helps.
That's a lot of work.
So just trying to get everything out there before they make their way into our neighborhood here.
Yeah,
so
that's a lot of work.
So I'm mad at pine needles and getting older.
It happens.
Dang it.
For sure. So. You got to stretch more. Stretch it out.
Try to stretch.
Yeah. Okay.
Another thing I'm kind of upset about.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going to let it all out here before we get into the Thanksgiving week.
Let it out.
Okay. I am mad that last year we were already skiing up at Lookout by this time. And actually last year I was able to mountain bike and snow ski in the same week.
Snow ski? Who says snow ski? What are you, from Minnesota?
What do you want me to say? Ski?
Yeah.
Well, some of our southern or eastern friends may not know. Like if I say ski, they might think water skiing or something.
Who's gonna?
So I said snow skiing.
Who's gonna water ski in November?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, you snow
I'm just
ski. You're getting mad.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
But I was able to do those in the same week. That's kind of cool. I like that. Maybe I shouldn't have that expectation.
For
to be able to do that
snowmobiling, do you say snow sled or how do you say snowmobiling?
Snowcat.
Oh, okay.
Snowcat's. I think that's a Montana thing.
Let's go snowcatting.
The snowcat. Let's go hop on the snowcat.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that a maybe? I feel like maybe it is. Maybe I don't know. There were a couple other Fs that came out of Montana when you were over there this last week, and you were mad.
There were a few Fs. It's the 3 Fs of Montana.
Well, it became 5 real quick.
Right. Okay.
So yes, I'm mad that there's no snow.
Can't go snow
for
skiing.
us for skiing.
Okay.
All right? Give me
It's
some
coming.
powder.
It's coming.
But maybe that means I can keep riding the bike.
We drove by Lookout right on the way home.
Yeah?
It's coming.
Okay.
And I
All
would
right.
think they've gotten a little bit of precipitation this week.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm getting antsy. When
Okay.
I can only mountain bike like once a week or something and the season dwindles down, I need to
Gotta
get
go
out there. I got to be out there. I got
Gotta
to
go
do
do
something.
some snow skiing.
Yes.
Maybe we need to give a ski report next time or something.
Ooh,
right
we
now the
could do
ski
that.
report, it sucks.
There's no skiing yet.
No skiing.
If you want to ski and you want to get out there, right now it's the Wasatch. So you can go down to
Oh.
Utah and
They got snow.
scrape your skis there. But people are out and about. I've heard.
I wonder if our buddy Tony's son is out there.
He was.
playing around
He
in the
was.
snow.
He told me.
was.
He said he was out there. So
He was snow
said it
skiing
wasn't
it up.
great, but they're out there going. So it's on its way. You're right.
Calgary's gotten a bunch of snow.
Okay.
I can tell you what my niece is mad about.
Oh,
She posted on Facebook that her neighbor was snow blowing the driveway at 3 a.m.
what?
And
They have that much snow?
They're snow blowing. So
Well, it's at 3 a.m.,
She
so
went
maybe
out-
there was barely any snow, and the
she
guy's
went
just
in
out
her
there. He's like all excited.
house coat and slippers, and like, hey, it's 3 o'clock, eh? What are you doing? She was mad. She posted it like,
Wow.
I've gone out before work, right? Like 5:36. To
That's
me, I'm
still-
still like, but you know what? I got to
gotta
snowball
go to
before you
work.
go to work. This guy's doing it at 3 in the morning. I don't know. She was mad.
I'd be mad too. That's
Right,
crazy.
3 a.m.
I probably would have gotten one of my Fs and
Yeah.
shot it.
Right.
One of the firearms.
Right, but so that tells me Calgary's getting a ton of snow. So I'd be
Wow.
curious what Lake Louise, Sunshine, some of those places are getting.
Sweet.
Yep.
I like it.
Okay.
Gets me feeling good.
That makes you happy.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm no longer mad.
I know how to cheer you up.
Well, maybe we go into what we're thankful for as we
Okay.
kind of wrap up this session for tonight.
For sure. Corey, obviously, we have great families. We're lucky guys.
Yes, we are.
Thankful for that right off the bat. But I'm also thankful for you.
Oh,
'Cause
here we go.
We had talked about doing the
Here we
podcast
go.
for a couple of years. And then
I always thought you were joking.
I know. I was like, let's do it. And then
And I was always
August?
ready. I was like, okay, let me know.
And
then
your
this
son,
guy,
being a superstar, dialed us in because we're not exactly the most tech-savvy people. And you would think it's not really complicated. Plug in the microphone, but software, this and that, getting remember how much trouble we had with passwords and
Oh my
getting
gosh.
the Spotify and all that.
Yes.
So super thankful for you and Kobe. And Callie, your daughter helped us
That's
out a
fun.
bunch of times. And so, this has been a lot of fun. So I'm
has.
very thankful for it.
Actually, I was when I was thinking of that too. I'm thankful for doing this. This is a fun thing we get to do every week and hang
I
out
agree.
and have fun and talk about stuff we usually talk about when we get together anyways, right?
We're making the world a brighter place, Corey.
Well, I'm also thankful for the people that take time out of their day to listen to us two sorry fellows.
We're thankful for you.
So I've thought about that as I edit and post
a lot of work.
post the stuff up. I'm like, I'll see when somebody subscribes and likes. So definitely, if you like what you're hearing, subscribe, click the notification bell. We like it. I notice it. I take a look and it'll send me a message like so-and-so has subscribed. And I think that's always cool. And plenty of people I don't know, but I value each person that takes time to listen to us.
You're like that.
That's really cool.
You're like that kid, speaking of nostalgia, you're like that kid on those old Life cereal commercials. Mikey, he likes it. He likes it. And it's fun when people like it, and it
remember
kind of
those.
gives us a little bit of hey, this is cool.
Yeah, it's fun. I would say it's fuel for the fire, right? Because not all the times we're feeling great when we
Dude,
do
that
the
one
shoots.
podcast when your stomach was rumply, you were not feeling great. You didn't smell great.
That was
You
a tough
smelled
one,
bad, terrible.
but those are, I think that's some of the fuel that keeps
Yeah.
things fun and interesting and exciting, and I like doing it. So as long as everybody else is loving it, then I think we're gonna keep going.
I'm gonna look for that ninja guy, see if I can hook you
Oh
up.
man,
Make you happy.
I would know it if I saw it, but I'm pretty sure he's done. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, thank you guys. Have a great Thanksgiving.
yes, Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, eh?